Alright guys, welcome back. This is Professor.
I'm Bugman.
Homer.
Ahoy hoy.
He's eating a fry, so I'm going to help him out. But we're going back into Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki!
Wait, no.
Oh, no.
You're on stage.
Return. There we go.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a literature club after
And
all.
Homer and Yuri are hitting on each other.
Mm-hmm. Ah! That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Ah ha ha! What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Ah! Yeah!
Slips
Are
into
you
Yuri.
sure?
Slips into Yuri.
You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. Just something I'm not very used to.
Swinging opportunity you're taking.
That is, reading in company with someone else.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's
My
up
desk,
against
huh?
Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching.
Wow.
It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that kind of makes it difficult to turn the pages.
Here.
Oh.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks.
This is uncomfortable.
Continue reading. Yuri no longer
guys don't like
asks
flirting
me
with
if
each
I'm
other?
ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence.
Cool club.
Right? Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah, just fucked up.
Right?
How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong.
That's really mean.
It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Homer, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Asshole. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Well, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing.
Self-conscious as well.
Right? I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight.
Fuck you.
Right? It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Like a chicken commercial. That's good reasoning.
I'm playing her as Miss Piggy.
I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems.
Professor Bugman episode. Cameo, Professor.
Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complying as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
I thought they were just going to read to the whole class or whatever.
Oh! So, which one do you want to read first? You have to read your voice.
Who do you like?
Well, you read them all. You do read them all, so...
Oh.
I'll just read because you guys have been taking a break, so...
Well, that's who you show your poem to.
Well, but you...
Oh, you read it
Yeah,
too?
you do it to everybody, so like
okay.
you read to everybody, yeah.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Huh.
Huh?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me.
Well,
It's not like I
mine
said it was
was
bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Did you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Wait. Sigh!
She says sigh.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
What was supposed to be
Snaps. I'll snap in the poem. Yeah! I told you you were gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
That was his line.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Well, sorry. Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make any message, or your message any less valid.
Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
What?
Like in this poem.
It hits you hard?
Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose.
Yeah,
It helps
purpose.
bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
She's got like a
I
sharp...
think it's like a female Ash Ketchum I'm going for. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Poem, go! Yeah, guess not.
I choose you, Poem.
I decided to humor her with that last comment.
That really sucked.
I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Alright, what's next?
Let's just go down the line.
Do Monica.
Or Monica.
Hello.
Hi, Homer. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up.
She eats packs of cigarettes for lunch.
I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Homer. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Homer. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Homer always goes deep.
Right.
I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. What? You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness.
Like boop.
Yeah.
Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it.
Like massacre.
It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
That's me.
Oh. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just to keep exploring and learning by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. Some subtext here. Love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased with their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I had to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
My retinas.
So, what do you think? My retinas!
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
Looking at holes.
It's been influencing my poems a bit. My retinas hurt too.
It's an epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Tune in next time, Monica.
Right.
Alright. Give you a break. This is a good poem, Homer. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's what depressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it so seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of a club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Homer. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here,
Did
okay?
you hear that?
That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now that you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip
The hell's
breakfast.
face?
I get all cranky.
She's still eating breakfast. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing.
Avocado.
Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it.
Alright guys, let's take a break. Alright? Tune in next time to see what Yuri writes.
Aw, damn.
Ooh, scary.
Scary.
Alright guys.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, it's good to say button here.
Well, you hit retinas and breakfast. Let's see what she's got.
Eh. Save it. Alright guys, bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.